burn. Logan, you okay?
Give me all you got. I want you to try and kill me. Come on! I thought you wanted to be strong like me and your old man.
I do!
Is this it? Do you think this is enough to take on the Saiyans? Looks like you're finally starting to show some promise, kid. I mean, go home.
Thank you, Mr. Piccolo! Wow! Mom would freak out if she saw me like this.
And I guess you'll be needing a fresh set of clothes.
Wait, this is...
What, you got a problem with it?
No, not at all. Thank you, Mr. Piccolo.
Settlement if our client was hit by a tow truck. That's a lot of money.
Dial 800 all sevens now.
Don't scream, call Akeem. Dial 800 all sevens. The third
third day presented challenges for almost all of the civilizations. The Sultanates reported to have items randomly stolen, chests broken, and someone was also killing their cows. They suspected that a player named Guardian Nova was doing this, and they immediately threw him out of the Sultanates. For revenge, Guardian Nova kept coming
And so, the fated day.
Logan, you unlock the door.
on arrest within the Sultanates. He's coming back, he's coming back. Something's about to go down. Uh-oh, He's killing their kids. On the Snow Island, Solev was becoming incredibly wealthy and powerful. See, you guys got enchanted fishing rod. How rich are you?
Don't worry about it. Don't let them know. Don't let the other team. Don't let our underclass know that, please. They work in the farms.
Solev had just carried out another execution of a Snow member who allegedly murdered 2 other Snow State members. While this allegation turned out to be correct, some on the Snow State were becoming worried that Solev was becoming too powerful, like a tyrant. Finally, in the jungle, the Cold War between 9209's crew and Mikey's crew heated up very quickly. One of the Volcano men was exploring the jungle herding 3 chickens. Mikey then killed those chickens. He defended his actions by saying, quote, "I was hungry." This prompted some conflict between the 2 factions, which became fatal when Mikey ordered his spy to murder one of 9209's citizens. What? Did I just witness a murder? Mikey then declared war on 9209 and planned an attack on the volcano so that he could finally become the ruler of the jungle state. The attack was to take place the next day. 9209 quickly gathered his people, and they decided that instead of fleeing, they would stay to defend the volcano. This set the stage for the jungle's civil war.
Well, there's a lot of things that we have planned, but our biggest goal is going to make that dang volcano erupt where all those peasants live.
Tried our absolute hardest to maintain the peace, and Mikey had tried his absolute hardest to do the exact opposite, so, enough is enough, so we're just going to tell the soldiers it's now or never, and try and kill every last one of them.
News of the impending civil war had gotten out. This lone jungle merchant, Legacy, while living in a peaceful, isolated hutch, seemed to know exactly what was about to happen.
Each groups, they're about to go and duel it out, and whichever side wins is probably not going to be good for me, so I'm stay out here.
Little did this lonely merchant know, Mikey and his crew had already set out to begin the revolution, and they were about to raid his home and destroy it completely. Fortunately, Legacy was able to fetch his parents and escape just in time. Mikey continued his pilgrimage through the jungle, heading towards the volcano. 9209 and his men were gearing up, scanning the perimeters, not knowing where the attack would come from. Eventually, Mikey and his crew reached the edge of the volcano, and the attack began.
For what?
Looks like they're sneaking up the volcano. Yep, here we go. First hit of the battle. This is it. Mikey's men are attacking nearly at the top of the volcano, but it looks like 9209's men now know where they are, and they're gathering at this one point. Mikey's men now retreating back down the volcano. That's Magic Mikey himself. He's getting some good hits on this guy.
That's the whole reason we came to this beauty.
Mikey died from fall damage. Oh boy. Mikey's soldiers scattered into the jungle and surrendered, thus marking 9209's victory in the jungle civil war. I spoke with the 9209.
The way he died was through attempting a block clutch, which is the most fitting death I have ever seen.
So you have successfully quenched the revolutionaries. How do you feel?
Extremely entertained.
Okay, there we go.
Same thing,
Oh my gosh! Major assassination just happened. Guardian Nova, the previous Chaos Maker, had come back to kill the leader of the Sultanate. However, this allowed for the other desert faction, Amazon, to demonstrate their military might by hunting Guardian Nova down and killing him to avenge the death of Storming Hell. Oh, they got him. A funeral was held to honor the late Sultan, and the heir to the Sultan, Arvine, became the new leader.
A few more pipsqueaks have come to play. Relax, we'll make this quick.
The Sultan's death was a sudden and tragic one, but it was followed by several days of peace. The weakened Sultanate worked on repairing its nation and building from where it left off. The alliance between the Amazon and the Sultanate was stronger than ever, with new trade routes formed and communication lines opened. At the Amazon, Hope Bounty's flower shop was finally completed. Oh, you're already okay. Very good. Hello, I would like a tulip, please.
We have pink, orange, red.
How are there multiple tulips? Oh god, your bodyguards are arriving, freaked me out. Celebrating its success, the Amazon then gathered for a group photo with Zanta in the lead and Guardian Nova's head in the back. After prolonged discussion, 9209 and the rest of the Volcano Men decided it was time to move to a new location for a fresh and hopeful beginning. The fishing merchant of the jungle, Legacy, had now joined the rest of the jungle community and suggested that they could move to the place his home used to be. Everyone agreed. That day, they picked up their stuff, repaired Legacy's house, and built the jungle's new civilization in that very spot. Legacy, along with his parents, moved into his old home, but this time, he had many friends with him, and he lived in a thriving society. Meanwhile, on the Snow Island, Solev continued to rule with an iron fist, and his society was prospering. The Snow civilization had built a holy temple to worship their god Boy Jedi, and to showcase the strength of their people. And of course, we cannot forget about the two Plains factions, Iwaja's base and Smile Chunk's village. The village was now doing especially well with many new members and houses to accommodate them. At the end of day 7, the villagers gathered to celebrate their success.
And I made this cake especially for everyone, so there you go. Yay, cake! Yay!
No one's here.
That was pretty much all. A peaceful night came to a peaceful end. The age of jungle innovation is upon us. The expanded village out from Legacy's home, complete with the Among Us crewmate monument, allowed for the united jungle citizens to advance new things. First, they made a frickin' sound machine. Why is this a good idea? Why? You had no music disc, so you did this.
Yes, I had to make do. You didn't give me a lot of options.
Then they made a lag machine, which basically means they put boats everywhere.
Ish, I can't fly. Ish, I can't fly, bro. Can you?
Well, I can't have more than 10 FPS while I'm at the jungle base. Looks like we all have problems. I was gonna destroy all the boats while they were offline, but then I got a Discord message from one of my paying YouTube donors, Soratork. I decided to keep them both.
Guess those little monsters weren't as tough as you thought they were. I'll finish the rest of them off by myself.
There was, however, one massive tower-looking thing that the jungle civilization was building that maybe could be productive, but no matter how much I asked, they wouldn't tell me what it was. What is this?
Here. It's a wooden fence.
The only thing they tell me is that it's a wooden fence. That clearly is not a wooden fence. While the people of the jungle were enjoying themselves, the rest of the political world was not as secure. Indeed, there was a conflict arising, and this conflict was not contained to a single island or nation. There was about to be a major international diplomacy disaster. Among the people of the Snow State, Solev was a relatively popular leader with high approval numbers. That being said, not everyone who claimed to be on his side actually was. A player on the Snow Island named Kumazaki did not like Solev's rule over the Snow State, seeing him as a dangerous tyrant. Kumazaki was the geopolitical expert of the Snow Island, and he had devised a plan. The plan was to create a secret global alliance with all world leaders. Solev. Then, with that leverage, Kumazaki would ask Solev to resign, and if he refused, Solev and his entire regime would be eliminated by the strength of the entire world's military power. After that, the alliance would stand and world peace would be achieved. Those who agreed to join this alliance included Zamta and the Amazon, Arvine and the Sultanates, and Iwaj with his plains base. Smilechamp and his village chose not to join because they did not like Iwaj, who they thought himself was a tyrant. The Jungle State didn't join because they already had a secret alliance with Solev and the Snow States, an alliance which ended up thwarting Kumazaki's entire plan. Solev was informed of this plan by the Jungle States, and he promptly executed Kumazaki for his conspiracy to overthrow the government.
I've just been informed of a plot to overthrow my government and slaughter my people. A plot supported by the foreign warmongering states, created by one of my own members. As a result, that member is dead. For every action taken against me and my people, there will be a swift and righteous reaction. They've made their move. Now it's my turn.
Iwaj, while an effective politician, was disliked by many. Most of those who disliked his leadership simply moved out of his base, but some of those people stuck around to create their own version of justice. Oh, he's going for it! Somehow, Iwaj actually managed to escape, and his people killed the assassin. It was a close call, but Solev did not merely commission one assassin.
You all better kiss your butts goodbye.
Tory Cage, a spy for Smilechamp's village, had succeeded in killing Iwaj. The assassination order came from both Smilechamp and Solev, who were now in an alliance. Iwaj's distraught people are planning to obliterate Smilechamp's village now. Smilechamp's village was minutes away from Iwaj's army invading to slaughter all of the inhabitants. The people frantically picked up their most valuable possessions and climbed down into the village's emergency bunker. Once every single resident was underground, the entrance was blocked off and the villagers used an escape tunnel to exit the bunker and leave the Plains Island for good.
Welcome to the bastion of freedom, the last stand of hope. Here you're free from the oppression of your tyrannical government and free to live as you please under the rule of our great democratic society. Yes,
Time to bring the dogs in!
Oh my god!
You think you're pretty tough, don't you? This can't be.
This was a make or break day. Will there be negotiations for peace, or will the conflict escalate into a major war? It goes without saying that the desert leadership was unhappy with the Snow State for harboring the Plain State refugees, who they saw as traitors. After Smilechamp's village was looted and burned to the ground, the new leader of the Plains State Board of Lightning was almost immediately killed by another Plains member for quote no reason whatsoever. There was chaos in the Plains States, and some Plains members took this as an opportunity to abandon the island and migrate to other states. One Plains member named Ron traveled to the desert island to become a member of the Amazon. The Amazon immigration officers conducted a background check and thoroughly vetted Ron to make sure he wasn't a threat.
Ron, I'll protect you. I am your immigration lawyer.
Oh, I have to go to court now? That shows me
No, it's okay.
all my other team members just yell at me. Or we all just, it was just pure chaos.
So that's why you left. This Plains member, my friend Fireball X3, was also on his way out. He had no idea I was watching him, and I just should not refuse doing this.
Oh my god, Alex.
Alex?
What are you doing?
Trying to scare you.
Yeah, it worked.
Now, what remained of the Plains States was a small group of high skill fighters led by a player named Kazuke. This group made up what was now the Plains Militia. In the jungle, the people continued to expand their village and build that massive tower. They also bonded over their new favorite activity, fishing, which not only strengthened their community spirits, but also improved the quality of life for all their people. It also diversified the diet of Legacy's parents, who had only been eating seeds, a well-deserved treat for being alive since day one, and having survived Magic Mikey's raid and the jungle's civil war. Legacy himself had become somewhat of a hero in the jungle when, in the previous day, he led an expedition into the Snow State to hunt down and kill a jungle trader. After this near-death expedition, Legacy hoped that he could finally retire and live the rest of his life peacefully with the spirits in the jungle village.
Right. Yeah.
On the international stage, the two major alliances became official. First, the United Sands, led by Zamta, which included both of the desert factions and the Plains Militia. On the other side of the world was the Solev Union, led by Solev, which included the Snow States, the Plains Refugees, and the Jungle States. Attempts at peace between the two were well-founded, but quickly fell through due to rising tensions caused by a variety of transgressions from both sides. On day 10, one member of the Plains Militia infiltrated the Snow State. Hitori Cage, the Plains refugee, killed the infiltrator in hopes to prove his allegiance to Solev. Afterward, Solev held a ceremony promoting Hitori Cage to a senior officer position in the Snow States. This ceremony was a direct insult to the desert factions who were already having a bad day after the leader of the Sultanate, Arvine, was caught in flagrante delicto with the town chief. Arvine was exiled, and a player named Banjuk Huevos became the new Sultan. The people of the Snow States were delighted with their success, and even more delighted by the failures of the desert.
What's with this energy? It's incredible. And it's heading this way.
United Sands was not happy. They were angry that Solev had thwarted their original
It feels kind of familiar.
Goku could have this much energy.
Two highly armored snow members.
Vegeta, are these punks telling the truth? We'll find out soon enough whether this is actually Kakarot or not. Power level 5,000. No way! Your starter must be busted or something. Nappa, hurry up and kill the riffraff. They could be a real pain.
Ordered that defenses be built and that the states provide armor and weapons to all desert citizens. To end the meeting, Zamta held a vote on launching a preemptive strike against the Snow States. The officials voted in the affirmative, and shortly, the United Sands declared war on the Solev Union.
Get out of here, Mr. Piccolo! I'll handle
It was time for the Great World War. The United Sands prepared for its attack. The war plan was simple. Surround the Snow Island, approach the center, and kill Solev to rid the world of tyranny and achieve world peace. Zamta and the United Sands had reached the Snow Island and had ordered their secret spies to create havoc from within. This was incredibly effective. Solev's military forces were dispersed, which allowed for an easy infiltration. Now the Plains refugee Hitori Cage running for his life. Hitori Cage goes down! Wait, oh my god, Smile Jump! That's Solev! Wait, they're all coming! Smile Jump and the Plains refugees had all joined the fight, but they were simply outnumbered. The United Sands destroyed the Snow State, killing almost every citizen. Solev took his remaining fighters and fled his home, an empire no more. The leader of the Jungle City, 909, declared a full lockdown and ordered that Solev, now a refugee, be let in. On arrival, Legacy was the one to greet Solev and lead him to the place where the rest of the jungle was hiding. That place, which had been under construction for many days, was now complete. It was the wooden fence. United Sands tracked Solid and arrived onto the shores of the jungle state, they realized the magnitude of the challenge ahead of them. Nonetheless, they gathered their soldiers, prepared an attack, and thus it began the Battle of the Wooden Fence. After the United Sands lost some soldiers, they made a new strategy. Instead of climbing up the tower, they decided to build above the tower. Next, they cracked the puzzle of the wooden fence. Solis, 9209, and most of their fighters were dead. The remaining snow and jungle soldiers fled the tower and dispersed throughout the jungle. The United...
Mr. Piccolo!
Get out of here, Gohan!
Mr. Piccolo! Why did you...
Shut up and run!
No! Mr. Piccolo! Please don't die!
United Sands had defeated the Solar Union. This was the end of the Great World War.
All right, I made it! Goku! Kami!
The people
Quickly,
of the United
grab
Sands
hold of me.
returned home to celebrate their victory. They worked
That's
together
young
to
man. He actually made his way back.
Higher learning was permanent. Charleston Southern University offers a broad range of studies, including
In an ultimate social experiment, 200 Minecraft players crashed onto an island. Their goal is to build a functional civilization. And just like in real life, if you die, you remain dead forever. Will the players build a successful civilization and perhaps find a way to escape the island, or will the civilization crash and burn? I present to you the Island Experiments. On day one, all 200 players woke up at the site of a plane crash. Just 2 minutes ago, they were in the air when this happened. Attention, passengers. Brace for death. For now, all 200 players seem to be doing okay, except for this guy who somehow spawned high up in a tree and couldn't get down. I teleported to him, laughed at him, and then I left. Here's what the players knew. They had crashed onto a mysterious island, there were 200 of them, and they only had 1 life each. Given these circumstances, they knew that the best option was to work together, and so they decided to set up camp right next to the crash site where they knew they were relatively safe. Dang, look at this. This is impressive. Some players, however, were eager to explore the island. As such, several exploration groups were sent out across the island in an attempt to fully scout it out and discover what exactly this island was made of. The players figured out that the island was composed of 4 different biomes: the plains biome, the desert biome, the snow biome, and the jungle biome. The strangest thing, however, that the players found was a large mystical tower at the center of the island where all the biomes connect. Most were too afraid to even approach the tower, while some players climbed to the very top. Call it stupidity or bravery. Regardless, it will later be called natural selection. Eventually, some people in the main sanctuary decided to go down into the mines to extract resources from the island they now inhabited. In particular, they were looking for iron so that they could make armor to protect their people from whatever danger this island was going to present. Meanwhile, some players realized that the plane crash site might have some plane parts made of iron, and they were right. Those who extracted the plane remains soon became very wealthy. Other than the explorers and the miners, the sanctuary also employed their farmers to provide food for the population. I spoke with one farmer named Legacy, who survived the plane crash with his parrots.
I have a bunch of seeds, that way we can get this farm going.
The sanctuary's decision to get a farm started early would prove to be very beneficial in the later days. The players needed to establish a political system to maintain order, as there was some crime starting to occur, like this underground robbery. This guy just told me he's about to hold someone at lava point. Drop your valuables, Thomas. Drop them. Oh my god, it actually worked! The people decided to make a system in which they'd vote for a council of leaders with one main leader on top. A player named Solev, who was originally one of the island's scouting leaders, guided his exploration group back into the sanctuary and then took the mantle of power over the entire sanctuary. Solev made freedom a main concern of his platform and allowed players to build. Platform and allowed players to build, farm, and explore as they saw fit. This freedom, while a good principle, would lead to some conflict between the players who disagreed on fundamental issues like what to do about criminals, how to allocate resources, and who should be allowed to have weapons. Now, Sword was not aware of the fact that alchemy jumping and alternative civilization player named Conquest. The people who said he did so because they had doubts in the leadership of Solon, who many saw as weak and afraid to take action.
Well, the big ground zero is what I like to call this place. This is the foundations of the
Callers provided them with young civilization with freedoms, but also noticed that he had a decisive action. On day 1, several members of the jungle army hunted down wanted criminals, including thieves and accused killers. Through its steady leadership, its military strength, and its code of being based upon the jungle civilization has seen lots of success. Instead of there being one united civilization, there were now 2. This was not part of the plan.
Nobody like you. Napa! That's more than enough. I'll take care of him. Attention to direct order. I'll let Vegeta handle you. But I'm not done playing just yet.
It was the second day on the island, and no help from the outside world had arrived. Those who tried to escape then made what she described as a, quote, flower cult. I was too creeped out to continue watching, so I left. Also in the sanctuary, an artificial desert was dug out so that a player named Stormy Hill could make a mini sultanage that was similar to his home.
Our people have been reminiscing of our old home. There's no desert here, we'll just make one.
In the jungle, meanwhile, I found several subcultures like the Volcano Men, a group of people who lived on the jungle volcano, and also Hoops Bounty and her followers, a largely autonomous group who chose to live in an underground bunker for their own safety. Lastly, some players chose to settle completely on their own outside of both the sanctuary and the jungle. A player named Wood Daddy did not want to be involved in any politics or civilizations, so he made himself a small cave where he and his cats could live.
Before we can bring them back.
Going home, visiting the wife and kids, playing trash, I figured.
Pick up on Connie.
Might as well make the most of it.
Both of them
Realized
are
really
dead.
quick that building a farm
means
in a cave
that the Dragon Balls are gone too.
So I
hate to say
it because I'm terrified.
We can't bring them
This
back
fear of
now.
starving would serve Wood Daddy well, as he was somewhat prepared for what was about to happen next.
What is it? I'll explain later. Just you make sure that you send this guy packing, all right?
I'm now reading for the first
Send him
time.
packing?
Let's see what the people do.
Yeah, that's the plan. Okay. I'll do what I can.
Lightning struck the tower, and the curious people came to investigate. This marked the first server event. Let's see how the people react when they all get the extreme hunger effect, which quickly diminishes the player's hunger bar. If the player doesn't find food in time, they die.
The reign of hunger begins. Oh
Change
my
of plans. We're moving.
No difference to
Like
me.
the chat right now, people are freaking out. Some players ran back to their homes while others stood still in an attempt to stop their hunger bar from going down. Shortly, the players who were not carrying any food started to die, and he is taking damage fast. Both of the two major civilizations realized that there was only one cure for the famine, and that was to find a cow, since in Minecraft, milk eliminates all emotional effects of the player. In the sanctuary, one farmer told Solev that during the first day he had gathered a cow in his pen, and with that began a massive rush to that cow. Is there a cow in here? Oh my god! They have one cow! Everyone in the sanctuary is milking this one cow! Solev and his people quickly cured themselves of the extreme hunger and were thus able to return to their normal lives. In the jungle civilization, however, there was a much different story taking place.
Thor took the cow, he's selling milk buckets for 2 diamonds. 2 diamonds a bucket.
Serious? There was only one cow in the entirety of the jungle, and it was hidden by a merchant named Thor, who could sell each milk bucket for 2 diamonds. Colors and the other jungle leaders received their milk buckets quickly, while those who didn't have any diamonds rushed to their stashes of cookies in hopes to sustain themselves until they found another cow. Many of those players died from starvation. Players in the jungle also started raiding each other's farms, and in some cases even killing each other for food.
With enough hard work and training, even garbage can surpass the elite.
Good thing one day. While the sanctuary prospered, the jungle went to sleep, hungry, agitated, and on the brink of total collapse. By the 3rd day, many in the jungle and the outskirts had died from either starvation or were killed by the sword of another player, desperate for food. Even the otherwise passive group of Hoops Bounty had to kill a thief to attack their people.
Someone is looting our farms and our stuff. How do we get rid of it?
At some point, Solev himself silently came to the village to see the devastation firsthand. Also, by day 3, the jungle merchant Thor eventually realized the damage and deaths caused by his own monopoly. So, he gave away the ownership of his cow to the people of the jungle and let them have milk for free. Furthermore, all the people were now aware that the mystical tower in the middle of the island was dangerous and nobody dared approach it. After the Great Hunger, finding out how to escape this island became a top priority. In some parts of the island, life was depleting quickly. But in other parts of the island, like the house of Wood Daddy, things were rather lively. You're putting 2 cats in a bed to freaking read the puppy. They want to create on elevator. Maybe the right so I don't. him a cat. I hope this doesn't escalate even further. It was sudden when on day 3, scandal struck the jungle. Someone had found out that at the beginning of the Great Famine, the jungle merchant Thorn had given Colors and the rest of the jungle leadership milk for free, even though everyone else had to either pay 2 diamonds or starve. With that news, the jungle plunged right back into chaos. Thorn the merchant was assassinated by a lone vigilante, and the jungle leadership was hunted down by revolutionaries seeking retribution, whose middle aim was able to find the jungle leader Colors and lead him down into her bunker, and together they evacuated the jungle through an underground passage. This passage took them straight to Solev's sanctuary, where they requested to stay as refugees. As Solev met with Colors to discuss the situation, a large crowd started to gather. Solev told Colors that if he let in refugees, his sanctuary would be targeted and his people would be attacked. Colors promised that if Solev offered him and his people refugee spots, they would help in any defense efforts necessary. Solev was hesitant, but eventually he agreed to take Colors, Hoop's bounty, and their people into the sanctuary in an effort to unite the island as one civilization. A civilization that would work together with one goal in mind, to escape this island. But then, right as the agreement was made, they heard a noise in the crowd.
Anyone from South Carolina should pay close attention. Residents of South Carolina who earned less than $50,000 in 2022 are now eligible for a health stimulus package in 2023. Residents not on Medicare or Medicaid will be in just minutes. This is helping me and my family save so much money on expenses. And the best part is that I get no stimulus every month. People keep asking me about this, but I don't know. The application.
The explosion on day 3 took the life of the jungle leader, Colors, the Sultan Stormy Hell, and 3 other sanctuary citizens. This event was planned and carried out by several jungle revolutionaries who wanted Colors dead. Solev, after seeing many of his friends die, and after coming close to death himself, feared for his safety, and so the next day he resigned from his sanctuary leadership position and held an election to replace his seat. The people voted overwhelmingly for a player named Wabula, the sanctuary's chief architect. Wabula ruled in a similar freedom-oriented manner as Solev, but he focused his platform on escaping the island and on securing the safety of his citizens. His first plan of action was to find those responsible for the explosion and execute them. He also directed the building of the sanctuary's secure underground bunker. For the first time since the plane crash, the people on the island were united. But then, right as the group photo was taking place, it started to rain, and lightning struck the tower. The second major event was about to begin. Very few people came to the tower this time, as most people sensed danger and quickly ran into the sanctuary's secure bunker. Once everyone was inside, the entrance was sealed off. Meanwhile, at the tower, the jaw of chaos was unleashed. Another one! Oh my gosh, it's a blackout! Everybody down there on the map! Oh no! Skeletons that kill in one shot spawn throughout the map. The people of the sanctuary hid in the bunker while Wood Daddy and his friends stayed in their cave, hoping the skeletons wouldn't break in. Once again, the island was in a state of chaos. No matter what you do not open the door. Run, people! Danger now, and guess who isn't in danger? You know, they're going back to...
The sea, all creatures of the earth, and all living things, please, lend me some of your energy!
Engineers from the sanctuary had actually built a flying contraption to escape the island. They, however, quickly realized that we were playing on a server with an endless, empty world, so once they flew away, nobody saw them ever again. But I do admire the effort. On day 5, people were starting to get creative, and in some cases a little too creative. face. I did not quite know how to feel about this. Meanwhile, a group of farmers brought 100 chickens to the feudal tower to sacrifice them in hopes to appease the gods. The gods, also known as the staff team, decided to humor this.
Yeah.
Oh, no! As a reward for the sacrifice, the farmers got nothing. I then went to check on Wood Daddy and Daddy's chicken. They